Thank you. Diana, you'll be the first on the last question of the section. This is a long one.
Okay.
President Obama issued the Chesapeake Bay Protection and Restoration Executive Order in May 2009 for states impacting the bay, requiring that they create a plan to limit pollution by sediments, nitrogen, and phosphorus. In September 2010, Maryland released a draft proposal that impacts the agricultural sector, future development, and retrofitting of homeowner septic systems that are within 1,000 feet of streams. What are your thoughts about this proposal, and how do you propose that the county pay for the oversight requirements?
That is a long one. I think this would be another funding that APFO could incorporate for the new homes that are being built, that would be a requirement. For the homes that are being retrofitted, I think there are initiatives out there that we could promote as a county and educate the homeowner as to helping them to make those changes. I know that with Cecil Land Use Alliance, we have looked at the pollution in the bay, the wetlands, the encroachment of development in those areas, and the problem with the mandates coming down federally is that when you have people up north that are still polluting, it's very difficult for you to make changes that you're able to clean up your area. So seeing a collective mandate is encouraging, but I would be very vigilant as to the extra cost that is put on the homeowner, on the consumer. And I would do everything I can as a county commissioner to work with the powers that be to meet the goals and to do it in it wouldn't be an overburdensome way.
Thank you. Carl?
The Environmental Protection Agency has just recently released another document which they're asking for public comment associated with clean water across the United States, then specifically the Chesapeake Bay impacts us and with it. And in that plan, in the Chesapeake Bay plan, they identify over almost 700 points that feed the Chesapeake Bay, and there are requirements on the total daily maximum load of what can go into the bay. That's where the sticky wicket is. And the problem is economics. So the problem is, how do you pay for that? So there are three areas. There's wastewater area. We're in pretty good shape in Cecil County as far as public wastewater. There are plans to upgrade the Seneca Point plant. And actually, if you talk to the county officials, they feel, is that 2 minutes? Or did you give me the 1 minute?
I thought it was responsible.
No.
You're okay. Please continue, sorry.
Okay, so wastewater is the first area, and that's a sewage plant, and we're in pretty good shape, and the town of Elkton's just upgraded theirs, so we're moving along. And if you can upgrade your plants and close other plants, okay, or redirect sewage to those plants, then you get credit for that, and then you can put that, you can dump that, that's a poor term, don't put that in the paper, but you can put that in the Chesapeake Bay. With that, where the bigger issues are, two big issues though with this. The first is stormwater, major cost to businesses in stormwater, and now the big deal is infiltration. They want to put the water back in the ground instead of running it in the streams and in the Chesapeake Bay. You have to treat the water, not like a sewage plant, but you need to treat the water. That's expensive with that. So that's a problem. And the last is Ms. Brumell said, is agriculture. The runoff, we need to ask our farmers to use buffer, to install buffers, and also to cover crops. And with that, I have no idea how much time I have. but I get a chance to rebut. so-
I actually extended your
I knew
time by
you
a
would.
few seconds to ensure that it was fair for
I
our
know.
timer having an aneurysm just then. Okay, Diana.
I know one of the big issues also was the stormwater management, the ones that have already been approved. Who is responsible for upgrading them and in making sure that they're in compliance? Is it going to be the homeowners associations or is it going to be the county? These are all things that we need to look at, and I would say that we would probably have to look. We need to make it to where it is looking in other areas as to how they have implemented these changes. I know, okay, I'm gonna.
Thank you.
So the other issue is the fact that when you want to do a good thing like clean up the bay, there's a consequence to the economy. And that's a big deal, because I'll use the Eastern Shore for example. If you impose so many restrictions on Purdue Chicken, they'll go to North Carolina. And when they go to North Carolina, they'll take their 300 jobs and they'll go down to North Carolina. So yes, we're trying to clean up the bay, but we have a major employer who said the heck with that. So we've got to figure out how to collaborate with our businesses to ensure that we can help them receive funding and help to incentivize the fact that they will put in the restrictions so we can reduce nitrogen, phosphorus, the sediments going into the tributaries that feed the Chesapeake Bay and therefore clean up the water. It is a tough, tough job.
Would you like to respond, Diana?
Yeah, the intensive businesses that we do have down on the Eastern Shore, they have found that are major contributors to the increased the pollution in the bay. And like you said, it's going to be a tough call as to how we're going to make these businesses clean up. Are they going to be in compliance? Are we going to lose these businesses to it being federal now? It will be across the board. So hopefully what's going to happen is that they're going to change their standards, and it's going to be a fair playing field for economic development and for businesses to make money, that they have to clean up their act. And the Chesapeake Bay is one of our great opportunities for economic stimulation, and we need to preserve it.
Thank you. Let's give a round of applause for Carl and Diana. We're going to take a 5-minute break now while the candidates from District 3 are escorted into the room. Please listen to the sound cues. We need to start on time to get everything in tonight. Thank you.